Is there any particular way for you to measure your jade bangle? So I did a little bit of research and I was surprised to find that there are actually charts for you to measure your wrist. For myself, I usually prefer to go to the shop or to the dealer physically and to look at them physically, to touch it, to see it, to feel it, and to try it on physically. But I guess the chart is useful for people who would like to perhaps buy jade online. So I decided to give it a try. I measured the palm of my hand, which is 6.5 cm or 65 mm, and then I found a jade bangle of mine which is too tight for me to wear, and I measured the inner diameter, because you are supposed to measure the inner diameter of the bangle, and it was 5.2 cm or 52 mm, and according to the chart you are supposed to be able to wear it. So I put on some hand lotion and then I tried to slide it on. It wouldn't go past my knuckles, and then I tried the old plastic bag trick as well, and it still wouldn't go past my knuckles. But on hindsight, I was thinking that perhaps it's because I chose an oval bangle instead of a circular one, because a circular bangle's diameter is the same and standard throughout, whereas an oval bangle, obviously the height of it is smaller in size than the diameter, so perhaps that is exactly why I couldn't pass my knuckle bones through it. Because I was thinking I did buy some jade bangles from the same time period, which is about 10 years ago, and I'm still able to wear them, and those are circular in shape. So having said that, this is just meant to be like a guideline. There are no hard and fixed rules that, oh, you must follow exactly according to this chart in order to wear the proper jade bangle. It's actually up to your personal preference if you like it tight or if you like it loose. For me personally, I think whenever you're wearing a piece of jade bangle, it should dance and dangle on your wrist, because jewelry is meant to be the last part that you put on after you put on your dress to complement whatever that you're wearing, and after you put on your makeup, obviously after you put on your perfume, before you step out of the house. So for example, today I'm wearing a mutton fat jade bangle and a mutton fat jade pendant to complement the outfit that I'm wearing, which is in muted colors. So I always think that it should dance and dangle on your wrist, so that when you move about, there's some kind of movement, it catches the eye. It's very complimentary to the wrist, and I always think personally that you should be able to insert at least 2 fingers in the space between the wrist and the jade bangle, so that there is enough room for movement, and also at the end of the day, when you have come back, you can easily remove it from your wrist without straining your knuckle bones too much. The reason why I'm saying this is also because I've seen quite a few times a few old ladies and they're wearing their jade bangles for life, and case in point, the first jade bangle that I tried on from 10 years ago, which I can't wear now, I will definitely be passing it on to my niece, for example, or I always showcase it in my videos because it's got that fabulously beautiful mutton fat combination together with that lilac pink color, which I also featured in my colors of jade video. If you missed that, I'm going to be linking it towards the end. So once you've worn a piece of jade, you should never ever sell it. You should actually pass it on to a family member, because your energy or your chi would have been imbued into that piece of jade. Also, one of the reasons why I always remove my jewelry or my jade bangle and interchange my jewelry every single day is because when you get back home, when you're having your bath or when you're cooking, you may accidentally knock it against something and you may break it. And especially if it's a very precious piece of jade bangle, it would really be so heartbreaking to lose it. For some of you, you may be saying that, oh, maybe the old lady is wearing it for sentimental value. All the more reason that she should remove it before it becomes too tight, because at that point in time they cannot remove it from their wrist, and because it's a bangle and not a bracelet, they can't just unclasp it. The only way to get rid of it is to break it, and they know that by breaking a jade on purpose is taboo, so in the end they just left it there. So as we fashion, I think your dress should fit you and fall on your body beautifully and skim your body instead of hugging all the rolls of fat. Otherwise you look like a stuffed sausage. So it is the same thing with jewelry. I think that it shouldn't be too tight on your wrist. When people look at it, or even yourself, when you keep looking at it, it's like almost claustrophobic, and it's like you can't breathe. Looking at it is like someone is squeezing your neck. And don't forget, because the veins from your left hand is directly linked to your heart, and that is exactly why it's always recommended for the jade bangle to be on your left hand, because it immediately calms you down. And that is precisely one of the reasons why jade always has been promoted as being beneficial to your health. If you're wearing something like metallic, like even white gold or gold on your wrist, it doesn't have any kind of health properties. It's like having a cold hard metal against your skin. I'm also featuring these two bangles, which are clearly too large for me. I can squeeze in more than 2 fingers into it, and one of them was gifted to me by my aunt, and the other one I purchased it because I was totally taken in by the color. The olive green color of the jade really is so appealing to me, so I got it. So that is exactly why I said there are no hard and fast rules when it comes to wearing jade. It's utterly up to your personal preference. And if you would like to know more about jade, I've done other videos. I'll be linking the playlist towards the end. If you have any questions, just drop me a comment down below. I usually reply to all my comments, and I hope to have the pleasure of your company for my next video. Goodbye.